Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I thought in today's little vlog I do a bit of like a chatty one really, because I haven't actually uploaded for what feels like ages, but I think it's been about a month now. I don't know if this one's going to go up before the London vlog or afterwards, but I'll see. I think the last video that I did, we were talking about going to London and for a few days, and just life kind of like took over, and I stepped back a little bit from vlogging, just because I went back to work. It was time for the kids to go back to school, and I just never really had the chance to sit down properly and vlog or edit and things like that. So for in today's one we can have a little catch up and do a chatty vlog really. So what have we been doing since we last uploaded? Obviously, like I said, the kids have gone back to school. I'm back at work now. I have been for 2 months now since I'd was off work. Little backstory, if this is the first video you've come across of my channel, I went off work back in April. This is due to the fact is I was officially diagnosed this year with PTSD, along with low self-esteem and quite severe depression. I essentially had a breakdown at work. Wasn't work related, it's to do with stuff outside of work. One being my ectopic pregnancy. For that video, if you want to see about my experience with that, I will leave the link to fall below, as this video will probably go up during, I think it's baby loss awareness week or pregnancy loss awareness week. So yeah, that's a little backstory. Been diagnosed with PTSD officially now, and yeah, that's why I went off work. Also basically didn't actually know, that was why. So yeah, boys are currently loving school. Daniel has actually settled really well back in. I think it's now because we obviously back in February got his official diagnosis. We know how to try and manage him a bit better. The school have put in a lot this year. We've noticed a lot more support for him. He's doing he's got his one-to-one still. He is now doing something called Lego brick therapy. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but I'm gonna do some research on it and actually look. But I think it's to do with its help with social skills or something. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, so he's doing that. Harry, we're still trying to crack at the minute. He's not talking as much still, but he's engaging more, if that makes sense. We're still currently going through the process of finding out if he has actually got selective mutism, but they're near enough sure he has got it, although he's starting to get better with it. So yeah, both me and Jim are doing okay. I'm finding my mental health is getting there. It's not 100% better, but it's getting there. I'm on the right medication for it. I'm talking a lot more about it. I still do have my down days. But so does everyone, to be fair. It's inevitable, you're going to get down days, you're going to get good and bad ones. So like I said, we went up to London. We had really good time. One thing I will say about it though is if you've got an autistic child or kids in general, do book activities before you go. I think I mentioned it in the London video. We went, obviously when we went, I didn't know this until we were standing in the queue for a couple of minutes, because there was a massive queue outside the Natural History Museum when we first turned up, and I saw there was a second line for pre-booked tickets. So I went up to the guard and said, oh, we booked for the free tickets online, which queue do you need to stand in? He said, actually you can come straight through. So I literally went and grabbed Jim and the boys and said, oh look, we can go straight through. Showed them the tickets and we went straight through, and that saved so much time, because the queue was literally 10 to 15 minutes long. I know it's not a lot of time, but for an autistic child that is a long time. So that saved a lot of time. Boys absolutely enjoyed it in the Natural History Museum. There was so much things you can actually go and look at and learn. One thing, I was expecting it, but I wasn't expecting it at the same time, was it to be so busy. I actually asked people before we went how busy it was up there, and I was told it was quieter than usual. Me being naive, thought, oh okay, we'll be fine then. No, it was really busy when we went, but it was the last week of the holidays, so I kind of expected it really. It wasn't too much. We did actually do a lot while we were up there, and I thought the boys wouldn't want to go back again, but they said, can we go back next year? So because we stayed with a Premier Inn, we've booked to go again. So because you can book with Premier Inn, you can book like a year in advance. So we've gone with, you get like 3 categories in it, and we've gone with Flex. So we've done that. We're going to so we've booked it so you can pay on the day rather than pay now. So that's a little tip for people. So yeah, we're gonna go back again next year. Boys are really excited about that, so are we actually. And yeah, I have had like a few questions on my Instagram about how do we cope as parents of an autistic child. I do find with social media you tend to see all the good stuff and you don't really tend to see all the bad stuff. I like to be quite honest on my channel, and I do admit it's not easy. I do have days where I am literally in tears. Like recently we noticed something was going on with Daniel, because his behaviour became very intense. Like his meltdowns were becoming more intense, his non-listening skills were more intense, and he was just lashing out. And we spoke to the school, they said like nothing was going on, but when I said to the school, I need some help, like can you talk to him or something, because we can't get anything out of him, and when he's like that he comes non-verbal. And the school had a little chat with him. He then came home, and in true Daniel form, if he's going to say something he tends to blurt it out, and what was going on with him he blurted out, and then so we could actually relay it to the school and say, look, this has happened. And it actually turned out it was something to do with school. Nothing to do with school, it's fault at all. It was just something that was going on. Obviously told the school, and it got sorted, and his behaviour is becoming less intense again. So like we know when something's going on, because obviously his behaviour intensifies. So yeah, and we have also recently finding that his sleep's getting bad again. Like we're going through phases where it's really good, and then it's really bad. Like he'd got up at like 2:30, 3 o'clock one morning and was up for the day. And he didn't go to bed until like 10, 10:30 the previous night. So it's just like, I'm a zombie. So we are waiting for an appointment with the sleep clinic to get him put on something called melatonin. We've been told he most likely needs it because it looks like he also has ADHD. So we're currently waiting for that. And yeah, his application, I think I spoke to you in a previous video that we're waiting for his application for a ECHP, which stands for Educational Healthcare Plan, to go in. That's now gone in, so that's going to take, we find out in 6 weeks if it's accepted. If it's not, we then have to go for a tribunal to an appeal to get that actually going, because the school has said he needs it, everyone else says he needs one, so if we have to fight for it, we will be, because he needs it. Otherwise, if he goes on to secondary school, he's gonna need it, so they know what we need to do for him and make sure that support is in place, sort of thing. I have found, because obviously with him being autistic and that, you have to constantly fight for his needs to be met, and it is an uphill battle, it's a constant battle. And yeah, it's just, if you're a parent of a child with autism and you feel like you're failing, no, don't feel like it. I feel like it on a daily basis. I'm always being told you're not failing them. You just have to fight, and you will get there eventually. And obviously if you come across this and you're an autistic parent and you feel like you need someone to talk to or chat, I will leave the link to a Facebook group that I'm a part of, who are very, very supportive. They're mums and dads just like us who support one another, and it's such a good support group. It's, in the past I used to feel like I was on my own. I had no one understood what I was going through, but these parents, they do understand, and it's really nice to have a group of people in the same situation as me, knowing what it's like. I'm hoping to start in the new year my access to nursing course again. I did previously try to do it, and I think Daniel was a baby at that point, and it was really tough going. I found I couldn't concentrate because Daniel was constantly in and out of hospital with chest infections. He kept getting really nasty bugs and was constantly ill as a result of going to nursery. Because I wanted him to go to socialise with other kids his age, and also the college paid for it at the time, and I spent most of my time out of college at home with him because he was always ill and always being sent home from nursery. So that was kind of like pointless. So I'm hoping to do it online so I can still go to work as well. My workplace are very, very supportive of me doing it. They've even told me that if I want to do my coursework at work, and if I've done all my work and I've got nothing else to do, I can sit and do my coursework at the desk. So, which is lovely because they are very, very supportive of that. They like for you to develop your career. If no, I'm coming up for 30 next year. Yes, it's an old cog, or whatever you want to call me, doing it. I'm actually hoping in a few years to go off to uni and do my child nursing degree course. I've been wanting to do it now for the last 7-8 years. So because I originally actually wanted to become an adult nurse until I went and worked at the hospital, and I found that actually I preferred children nursing compared to adult nursing. No, we're just all plodding along at the minute, just getting on. Another reason I didn't feel like vlogging really is because I felt like I was just doing the whole same thing, getting boring. I was worried about you guys were getting bored of it. It's just the same thing, like, yeah, here you go, we're sat at home, this is what we do, this is the thing. I am hoping to do things like hauls. Because I've got to get a load of stuff for Daniel and Harry anyway, so like sensory toys and things like that. So I was going to do a haul of that, stuff like grocery hauls, maybe some tips and things that we do. I was going to try and do a bedtime routine. Also, I still do days in the lives. We got any upcoming holidays? We've got a holiday coming up next year. We're going to a holiday park called Sandy Balls. I have noticed not a lot of people film or vlog there, so we're going to try and vlog while we're there. That won't be till Easter holidays though. Obviously we've got Christmas coming up. I'm going to go at doing Vlogmas, which I might do 2 or 3 videos a week rather than the whole every day, but because I enjoyed doing every day, I struggled doing it. I struggled coming up with titles for them. I struggled coming up with doing the thumbnails, all the vlogging, trying to sit down in the evenings and do it. I just felt like I wasn't doing a good job of it, to be honest. Yeah, I'll give Vlogmas a go, but it'll probably be like a couple of videos a week rather than every single day. Although I can try and do every day, but I'll probably have to do some pre-recorded ones. I have to. I think I was going to try, I'm not sure if I've done it yet, but I might try and do some like meal planning videos as well, on how we plan and do stuff. We're also going to have a go at doing a special budgeting sort of thing called cash stuffing. I watched a couple of YouTube videos on it and they looked quite interesting, but we might be getting that going in the new year. So because we're trying to save to buy as well at the minute, which is difficult because obviously we rent, so that's hard. Right, I'm going to end the vlog here because I feel like I'm rambling on and my kids are being feral right now. Despite they were downstairs with their dad just a minute ago. So I'll end the vlog there and I shall try and catch you up in the next one.